Most men think attracting younger women is about money, flashy looks, or pretending to be something you're not. The truth is, younger women aren't impressed by the same old tricks. What pulls them in is psychology, not just appearance. They are drawn to energy, confidence, and the way a man makes them feel. If you understand female psychology, you'll realize it's less about age and more about mindset. Younger women seek excitement, maturity, and stability all at once, a rare mix. The problem is, most men either overcompensate or give away too much power. That's why in this video, we'll uncover how to attract younger women without chasing or acting desperate. These are strategies based on attraction psychology, not empty gimmicks. So if you're ready to step into the role of the man she craves, let's dive in. 1. Confidence over everything. If there's one thing that instantly separates you from younger men, it's confidence. Not the loud, fake kind where you brag about your achievements or act like you're better than everyone. I'm talking about the calm, unshakable presence that makes people feel you're in control without you even saying a word. Younger women are surrounded by guys their age who are still figuring out life, insecure, unsure, and often needy. When you walk into her world with certainty, it feels like a breath of fresh air. Confidence shows up in how you carry yourself, the way you stand, the way you speak, the way you look her in the eye. You don't rush your words, you don't seek her approval, and you don't crumble under silence. That alone creates intrigue because most men can't pull it off. A younger woman isn't just attracted to your looks, she's attracted to the way you make her feel. If she feels safe, excited, and challenged in your presence, she'll naturally lean toward you. But here's the catch. Confidence is not about arrogance. Many men get this wrong and think acting superior will attract her. The truth? That pushes her away. Real confidence doesn't need validation. It doesn't need constant showing off. It's the energy of, I know who I am, I know what I want, and I'm not afraid to walk away if it doesn't align with me. That frame is magnetic because it communicates abundance. The idea that you don't need her, but you choose her. If you want to attract younger women, build inner confidence first. Invest in your health, your craft, your lifestyle, and your purpose. When you live with certainty and direction, you naturally radiate the type of presence that younger women crave. Remember, confidence isn't a line you deliver, it's a life you live. 2. Energy and vitality matter, more than age. One of the biggest myths men believe is that younger women only want men who are the same age as them. That's not true. What they actually crave is energy, the sense that you're alive, vibrant, and capable of keeping up with their world. If you look tired, drained, and uninspired, she'll associate you with boredom. And nothing kills attraction faster than boredom. Energy doesn't mean acting like a teenager, chasing trends, or pretending you're still in college. That looks ridiculous and desperate. Instead, it's about taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally so that you radiate vitality. Younger women want to be with men who inspire them, not men who make them feel like they're babysitting. If she sees that you have the stamina to travel, socialize, work on your goals, and still make time for her, you stand out massively compared to younger guys who waste time in endless parties or video games. This is why fitness, grooming, and health are so important. A man who looks sharp, moves with energy, and carries himself with strength signals that he has discipline and self-respect. That's magnetic. On the flip side, if you let yourself go, she'll assume you've given up on life. And no woman, younger or older, is attracted to that. But energy isn't just about the body. It's also about mindset. Younger women are drawn to men who still have fire in their eyes. Men who talk about ideas, goals, and adventures. Men who live with passion instead of settling into comfort and routine. If you project an energy of growth and curiosity, you'll naturally match the excitement she wants in her own life. The key is simple. Show her through your lifestyle that age is just a number and energy is a choice. When you combine maturity with vitality, you create a magnetic blend that younger women rarely find in men their age. 3. Masculine polarity. Be the anchor, Not the wave attraction thrives on polarity. Younger women are often surrounded by men their age who are just as emotionally reactive as they are, moody, inconsistent, and easily thrown off balance. What sets you apart is your ability to be the anchor, not the wave. Masculine polarity means you embody stability, direction, and decisiveness. Instead of getting swept up in drama or indecision, you hold your ground with calm strength. Younger women find this intoxicating because it gives them something solid to lean on. She might bring energy, emotions, and spontaneity. That's her feminine side. But when you meet that with grounded leadership instead of chaos, you create a magnetic push-pull dynamic that makes her feel safe, yet excited at the same time. This isn't about being controlling or domineering. It's about knowing who you are, standing firm in your values, and guiding the interaction with clarity. Think of it this way: a younger man might panic if she cancels plans, throws a test, or challenges his confidence. He gets reactive, starts over-explaining, or begs for validation. You, on the other hand, smile, stay composed, and move forward without losing your frame. That difference alone skyrockets your attractiveness because she can feel the contrast. Masculine polarity also shows up in decision-making. Instead of asking her 20 times where she wants to eat, you suggest a place confidently and lead the way. Instead of waiting for her to set the tone, you create the atmosphere. Whether it's a date, a conversation, or even intimacy. Leadership doesn't mean ignoring her input. It means guiding the flow so she feels she can relax into her feminine energy around you. When you master masculine polarity, you give her what younger men can't: direction, safety, and excitement all at once. And that's exactly why she'll choose you over the endless boys who are still trying to figure out their own path. 4. Don't overcompensate. Less is more. One of the biggest mistakes men make when trying to attract younger women is overcompensating. They think they have to buy her affection with gifts, show off money, or prove their worth by talking non-stop about their achievements. But here's the truth. The moment you try too hard, you lower your value. Why? Because it signals that you don't believe you're enough on your own. Younger women can spot desperation instantly. If you're flashing your car keys, bragging about your job, or blowing money just to impress her, she won't see strength. She'll see insecurity. And insecurity is the fastest way to kill attraction. Real high-value men don't need to advertise what they have. Their presence alone communicates value. Think about it. Does a lion need to tell the jungle he's the king? Of course not. He just is. That's the energy you need to bring. Instead of overcompensating, focus on subtle power. When you listen more than you talk, when you stay calm instead of rushing to please, when you let her invest in the interaction instead of carrying all the weight, that's when she feels your strength. You're not trying to buy her attention. You're showing her that your time and energy are rare and valuable. Younger women find this refreshing because most men their age fall into the trap of chasing, over-texting, and constantly seeking approval. By doing the opposite, you stand out without even trying. The less you give away too soon, the more intrigued she becomes. The key is balance. You're generous with your attention when she earns it, but you never give it all for free. At the end of the day, attraction is built on mystery, restraint, and self-assurance. If you want to capture a younger woman's attention, don't try to drown her with effort. Be selective, be composed, and let her feel that winning your interest is something rare, something she has to work for. That's when desire truly grows. 5. Challenge her. Don't be another yes man. If there's one thing younger women get constantly, it's validation. Compliments on social media, thirsty texts from guys, and endless attention wherever they go. Most men bend over backward to agree with everything she says, laugh at every joke, and shower her with praise just to stay in her good graces. But here's the problem. When everyone treats her like a queen without her earning it, she gets bored. And boredom kills attraction faster than rejection ever could. That's where you come in. The way to stand out is not by adding to the noise, but by challenging her. Not in a rude or arrogant way, but in a playful, confident way that makes her think, This guy is different. If she says something you disagree with, don't nod along just to please her. State your perspective with conviction. If she teases you, tease her back without hesitation. If she tries to test your patience, stay composed and throw the ball right back in her court. This creates tension, and tension is where attraction lives. Younger women aren't looking for a man who worships them. They're looking for a man who stimulates them. Someone who makes them laugh, think, and even feel a little bit challenged. When you can spark that mix of fun and respect, she becomes invested because it's no longer predictable. She's not in control of the dynamic anymore, and that excites her. The challenge also extends to boundaries. If she tries to overstep or test how much you'll tolerate, don't hesitate to set limits. Respectfully but firmly let her know what you will and won't accept. Younger women admire this because it communicates strength and self-worth. It tells her you're not afraid to walk away if the energy doesn't match, and that makes her chase harder. So remember, don't be the guy who says yes to everything. Be the man who challenges, teases, and stands his ground. In a world full of simps, the one who dares to push back will always stand out. 6. Lifestyle is the ultimate magnet. You can have confidence, looks, and charm, but if your lifestyle doesn't spark curiosity, attraction fades quickly. Younger women aren't just interested in a man, they're interested in the world he brings them into. Think about it. A guy their age might still be living with roommates, figuring out his career, or scraping money for weekend parties. But if you've built a life of purpose, stability, and adventure, she immediately feels drawn to the idea of stepping into that world with you. Lifestyle isn't about flexing cars, money, or status symbols. That's surface level. It's about showing that you live a life of growth, experiences, and direction. Maybe it's the fact that you travel often, explore new restaurants, or pursue exciting hobbies like sailing, martial arts, or photography. Maybe it's your career success, not because of the money itself, but because it shows discipline and ambition. A younger woman craves a man who has built something for himself, because it signals he can lead her into something bigger than what she already knows. But here's the key. You don't tell her about your lifestyle, you show it. Invite her into experiences that are unique. Take her to a jazz lounge instead of a noisy club. Introduce her to your network of interesting people instead of wasting nights with aimless drinking. When she sees that your life feels elevated, she naturally wants to be part of it. Another factor is independence. A younger woman is instantly more attracted when she sees you don't need her for validation because your life is already full. That contrast, a man with purpose and a full life, makes her feel she has to work to earn her place in it. And when she invests, attraction deepens. So remember, your lifestyle is more than background noise. It's the silent proof of your value. When your world feels exciting, balanced, and inspiring, she won't just be attracted to you, she'll be attracted to everything that comes with you. 7. Emotional control. The silent power she craves. If confidence draws her in and lifestyle excites her, emotional control is what keeps her hooked. Younger women are used to men who get easily rattled, guys who blow up over small issues, panic when she pulls away, or crumble under the pressure of her mood swings. When you're older and wiser, your biggest advantage isn't just experience, it's the ability to stay composed when others lose their cool. Emotional control is magnetic because it communicates strength on a deeper level. When she tests you, and make no mistake, she will, she's not trying to destroy you. She's checking if you're as solid as you appear. If she ignores a text, throws a sarcastic comment, or tries to provoke jealousy, the average man reacts instantly. He double texts, explains himself, or gets angry. But the man with emotional control does the opposite. He remains calm, patient, and unaffected. And that calmness makes her respect him even more. This doesn't mean you suppress your emotions or act like a robot. It means you control the frame of the interaction. You acknowledge what's happening without letting it throw you off balance. If she's upset, you listen without becoming defensive. If she withdraws, you give space without chasing. If she challenges you, you respond with clarity instead of fear. That restraint shows her that you're not dependent on her reactions for your own stability. Younger women crave this because it's rare. Most men her age mirror her chaos with chaos, while you bring calm to the storm. That polarity makes her feel safe, but also intrigued, because she realizes she can't manipulate or shake you like she does with others, and that unpredictability is intoxicating. At the end of the day, attraction isn't just about how you look or what you own. It's about the energy you project under pressure. When you master emotional control, you prove that you're the rock in a world full of pebbles, and that's exactly the kind of man younger women can't resist. Attracting younger women isn't about chasing trends, acting half your age, or trying to buy affection. It's about embodying qualities that most men her age can't even fake: confidence, energy, masculine polarity, restraint, challenge, lifestyle, and emotional control. These 7 traits form the core of true masculine presence. Younger women aren't blind. They can sense the difference between a man who's grounded in himself and a man who's scrambling for attention. When you carry yourself with calm certainty, when your life feels exciting yet stable, when you don't overcompensate or bend at every whim, you instantly stand out. She sees that you're not desperate for her validation, and that paradoxically makes her want it from you even more. That's the power of female psychology. Attraction is emotional, not logical. So remember this: you don't need to chase, you don't need to prove, you don't need to pretend. You simply need to live in a way that radiates strength, direction, and self-respect. When you do, younger women won't just be interested, they'll be drawn to you naturally.